Michael Frankel for CageMinds.com, here with Ricky Esquible. Just got officially announced, you're the main event of the first Jackson MMA series, Proteges, the amateur series. Here, the historic yards, blacksmith shop. First MMA event here, all this. How do you feel to get this main event showcase?
It's super exciting. Very exciting to be main event, because being an amateur, you don't get these many people don't get these types of opportunities. But I'm fortunate that I do.
You said your opponent, Chris Brewer, this is the second time you're meeting him. Last time was on short notice. So what is it for you? Is it a blank slate right now, trying to think about preparing for the opponent, or are you still kind of thinking about the last fight to keying out some tendencies?
Yeah, I know since I have a win over him, I have to train harder because he's a lot more hungry. Like I said, he took the fight on short notice. He drove all the way from Colorado to fight me, and unfortunately for him, he lost. But good thing for me, now this time I get to prove that with a full training camp, I'm still going to win.
Still going to win. This is going to be now, you're 3-1, going to be your 5th fight. How many more amateur fights you looking to get before you make the jump to the pros?
I'm looking to get at least 8 total fights before I go pro, and it depends on how well I do. So I got to make sure that when I go pro, I'm not going to lose.
It's been a while since Havoc. What have you been up to since then?
Training, man, in school. I'm still going to school. I work still over at UFC gym, and just been busy bouncing around. When I go to school, go straight to work afterward, go to practice, go back to work. It's back and forth.
So then how do you like the job at the UFC gym, helping people get an exercise? What do you do exactly over there?
I teach most of the kids' classes. I'm also one of the trainers and coaches over there, so I do give private sessions. I love my coworkers because it's like a family over there. Reese and Noel, they're like my second family. So I got my Jackson's family, and then I got my UFC family. So it's fun. It's good. It's very fortunate for me to have met such cool people.
Coming off the loss at Havoc, how do you refocus? How did you reset? Did you change anything up?
I started training a little bit more. I've started to focus more on being explosive and also working more on takedown defense, because I got lazy in my last fight and I shouldn't have gotten taken down. I knew he was going to go for the takedown and I let it happen. So training a lot harder, training smarter, and it's good stuff.
Now what are you expecting out of yourself come May 10th?
I'm expecting for myself to fight hard for 3 rounds. So I'm going to fight as hard as I can. I'm going to try to push the pace, keep pressure. Joby Sanchez and I have been working a lot on just keeping pressure, moving forward, and not letting the other guy dictate the pace.
And then having pros like that pushing you, Joby, and we know the guys at Jackson, what's that like for you to get all that experience while still in the amateurs?
And I feel so lucky to be able to train with those guys, like John Dotson, number two flyweight in the world. That's my weight class, so I get to see what it's like to train at that level. Joby Sanchez, he's a badass. Andrew Tennyson helps me out tremendously. So I feel fortunate, and he's, my teammates are what make me.
What is one thing that you're going to have to do to have your hand raised at the end of the night?
What am I going to have to do to have my hand raised is go out there and show them what I can do. I know it. I just got to go out and show it.
Got any message to send out to the fans?
Just come out May 10th over here at the Albuquerque Rail Yards. Support all the local fighters. You can get tickets either at holdmyticket.com or at any of the UFC gyms.
Thank you for your time. Ricky Esquible. We'll see you in the main event.